Good evening. This is Team 2 with our app, the National Park app. My name is Drew Parkinson.
My name is Alejandro.
My name is Frank.
And we're here to do a brief demonstration on National Park app. A little bit of the history for those that might not have watched previous videos. Every fourth grader in the United States is given a free pass for them and members of their family to be able to get free admission to every national park in the United States. This spurred us to think about a planning type app, and in order to plan a trip to a national park, you kind of have to be able to search for them, get a few details about them, find out where they are. And so that was the main purpose that we set out to create this application. This screen that's up right now is our dashboard. We didn't do a splash screen, we just go straight into a dashboard. We don't personalize it in any particular way, so we call everyone an explorer. What it does initially is it displays a list of favorite parks if you've already previously used the app, or parks that you've indicated that you visited if you've also done work in the app before. And the next section will be demonstrated by Frank on how you're going to search for a national park.
All right, so we go ahead and hit the search button up in the top, and we can either search by state. So let's say Arizona, and then it'll give us every state that's in Arizona, or sorry, every park that's in Arizona. So we're going to go ahead and open Saguaro National Park, and we get it to this detail screen where we got a few buttons here. The first one gives us the park on a map, and well, something like this. If Louise wants to talk about that.
The nice thing about the maps is that it'll pull the coordinates from the API and show us the location of the map. You can zoom in, and so you can get a better location of it. And if you click on the marker, it'll show you the name of the park as well. Down in the bottom, there's some extra buttons that'll give you directions or open the app in Google Maps, but they're not working at the moment.
All right, and then we have another two buttons here. We can mark that we've visited this park, or we can add it to our favorites. So I'll go ahead and mark that we've visited Saguaro National Park. And then as we go back to our dashboard, we'll see that it shows up there. And then I showed that you can search by state, but you can also search directly by name. So let's look for the Grand Canyon. And there it is. Let's open up the Grand Canyon and say that's a favorite. We want to go there. And I'll show there. And you can have some pretty long lists, and it'll show up in these views.
So if you want to go ahead and add a couple more visited parks there, Frank, we'll show that you can scroll on this home screen as well. And so based off of the number of parks that you visited, a little scroll bar will show up, and you can scroll through both your favorites as well as your visited parks. One nice feature about this app is you can clear the data and start over from scratch pretty easily by clearing the data for the app. We don't actually store a ton of data. The actual API calls that we make pretty much get almost a majority of everything that we display. We do a little bit of fancy stuff to show the location, comma, state But other than that, everything else comes directly from the app. We had aspirations to, when you clicked on a particular park, to show a screen image from it. But unfortunately, we ran out of time and a little bit of know-how in terms of using a URL to display an image. We also, there's a little star in the upper right that we didn't quite get working in terms of indicating that it is a current favorite. But given a little more time, we would have been able to get that working as well. If we go back to the home screen, the nice thing about this is at least it gives you a little bit of details on where a park is. The description of each park is displayed, as well as the indication of whether it's a national park, whether it's a national monument, and if there's any particular full name or short name. So Arches is, the regular name is Arches, but the park's full name is Arches National Park, and it is designated as a national park, which is why it shows up under a description as a national park. And then it gives a little blurb about what the park is all about and why you might want to go there. So in a nutshell, we had a few other stretch features in terms of being able to show maybe webcam when you clicked on the park, but we didn't have enough time to get to a majority of those. The map feature was a stretch feature for us, and we were able to pull that off. It doesn't do the auto zoom maybe as much as we'd like, but at least, just like any kind of Google map, you can zoom in or zoom out as much as you want. And we weren't able to get location stuff working on the emulator, but I think it works on a regular phone if that's installed. But otherwise, given a little more time, I think this map screen would have worked out a little bit better in terms of when you initially go to it. But overall, I think we're pretty happy with what we developed. It might not look, great in terms of graphics, but it gets the job done, allows you to find national parks, and allows you to explore and put it on a visited list as well as a favorites. Thanks for listening in and seeing our demo on our National Park app, and good luck with the rest of the semester.
Thank you.
Thanks.